I am a terrible human being. So I'm here in my WPF tutorial solution, and inside here I have all of my projects for all of my individual WPF tutorials that I've done in the past, but I always liked these individual projects and tutorials to be self-contained so they didn't depend on anything else, but as a result, we have so much duplication between all of these projects. So just for example, I'm sure we could go through all of these and open this view models folder, view model base. Let's go to the next one, open view models, view model base. Literally the same exact code. And that is a lot of duplication. And even outside of the solution, I'm sure I've duplicated this as well. So there's other things. It's not just view model base. I assume another one might be my base command that I can extend to quickly implement the iCommand interface. So all kinds of general things like that that I'm duplicating everywhere that should really be reused so that I don't have to scaffold all of this out every single time. What I need is my MVVM Essentials to be in its own project, and I could even package that project and push it to NuGet so that I could use it in projects outside of the solution. And that is exactly what we are going to do. So I have my MVVM Essentials project right here, and we're going to add our MVVM Essentials into here so that we can reuse them. So let's start off with the most important MVVM Essential, and that is the view model base. So I will put that in a folder for view models. I'll actually just move this from my class commands view models folder. So grab that and drop it in my MVVM Essentials view models folder. Update the namespace. Now I don't think I have this in any of these projects, but in my Simple Trader application and any of my large scale applications, I typically have to dispose of view models whenever I'm done with them. So I will add a dispose method on here, and here in the base class there's nothing to dispose, so I'll just have an empty method here, and we'll make this virtual so that derived classes can override this and dispose of any resources that would otherwise cause memory leaks. And actually I think I do have examples, so maybe in the tray icon we do. So the timer view model, this dispose method unsubscribes from this event. So those are the type of things that we typically need to clean up sometimes in view models. So this is probably the most important MVVM essential, but the second most important I would say is having a base command. So we have this in our class commands project, and this just implements iCommand, and anything that derives from base command, all it has to do is implement execute. It can also override can execute. So this is definitely something that is helpful and I want in my MVVM Essentials. So let's add a folder for commands. I also probably have links or cards throughout this video that direct to the videos where I cover these essential MVVM concepts. So I'll add another class here for my commands. This will be, I'm going to call this command base, so keeping the convention of having base at the end like I did for view model base. Let's add that, and I'm just going to copy this from my base command in my class commands project and paste that in here. Make sure we implement iCommand, which is required for WPF commands, and we got to make this abstract as well. Awesome, so I can quickly set up view models and commands, but what if I need to execute something asynchronously with async await? Well, this execute method isn't async. We're going to need an async command base, and I have that in my async commands project over here. So I'm actually going to just move this over here, drop it in there, and let's fix this namespace. So this is MVVM Essentials.commands, and let's review how this works. So it's an abstract class implementing iCommand, so all we got to do is extend this and we'll have an async command. And what is so special about an async command? Well, let's start down here. When we extend this, all we have to do is implement execute async, and execute async gets called in the iCommands execute method that we implement here. So before execution, we set is executing the true, which is our property that we have right here. And actually this could probably be a private setter because we really only should be setting that inside of this async command base. And is executing is used to toggle whether or not this command can execute. So we can execute if we are not already executing, because if we are executing, that means we're doing our async logic that we have right here. And I put this in a try catch because this is an async void method. I don't want exceptions getting out of this async void method because it's kind of fire and forget. I want to catch all exceptions, but I don't want to eat exceptions. So I want to provide a way to handle them. So I have this on exception callback that we get through the constructor. And actually, I'm going to go ahead and make this optional because ideally this execute async shouldn't throw any exceptions, and all the classes that extend async command base and implement execute async should try catch their own exceptions and handle those gracefully there, but we do have this fallback just in case. So the next couple things I have are pretty simple, and those are going to be a couple delegates. The first one is a create viewModel delegate. So I'm putting this in its own file, but it's not a class, it's just a delegate. So it's going to represent a method, and this method will return some kind of viewModel type, and our delegate will just be called create viewModel. So that's how we're going to reference this method signature, and it's going to be generic for our T viewModel, and it will take no parameters. So I like to use this simple delegate whenever I register things in dependency injection, and I prefer to use the delegate rather than having some kind of factory class for every single viewModel, which really bloats the code. So the delegate, much simpler in my opinion. And I also put a constraint on here too, so T viewModel should inherit from viewModel base. The next delegate is create command. So name this file create command. It'll create a class, but again, not a class, just a delegate. This time we're returning an I command, and this delegate is create command. And we're creating a command for some kind of viewModel type, and we get that as a parameter to this method. And same constraint as before, T viewModel will inherit from viewModel base. So why do I use this delegate? Well, if we look at class commands, I think I have a better example where I do that. Maybe in simple viewModels. Let's look at the by viewModel here. And here we go. For example, so the by viewModel takes these create command delegates, and we create a command for this viewModel. So the by viewModel doesn't know anything about the by command or this calculate price command either. All it does is create commands. So a little bit better separation of concerns there. The last MVVM essential that I have is my errors viewModel. So just a viewModel that scaffolds out all of the I notified data error info logic. So implements that interface, and we also get some helper methods on here as well, such as add error, clear errors. So pretty useful. Definitely going to move that to my MVVM essentials. Maybe it's not an essential, but I do see myself using it. So let's fix this namespace, MVVM essentials. This should actually inherit from viewModel base as well, because it is a viewModel. Alright, so I think that's actually everything for my MVVM essentials. Now another thing that is pretty essential is navigation. And I have this navigation MVVM project down here, but I haven't quite finished up everything in here. Still working on this tutorial, but I'm sure I can find a way to incorporate that into my MVVM essentials when I'm finished up with that. Stay tuned for that series, it's going to be a good one. Anyways, it is now time to package this into a NuGet package. So let's get some metadata in here for the NuGet package. We're going to need a package ID. We'll call this MVVM essentials. And I feel like I should put a .wpf at the end just because maybe one day I'll have Xamarin essentials. We also need a version. This will be 1.0.0. The authors, just Singleton Sean. Well, a pretty standard symbol package format. Could also add a repository URL, so that can just be my GitHub page. Can also have that for the project URL. Actually, I think this should be package project URL because my IntelliSense wasn't picking that up. Yeah, definitely is package project URL. That's good. Throw some tags on here too, and then a pretty simple description. And I think we're ready to push this. So nice feature with Visual Studio. I swear this is new, but you can right-click on projects or solutions and open in terminal. And here we go, we get a PowerShell down here. So I can do all kinds of command line stuff. So I can do a .NET pack, we'll do configuration release, include symbols, and I think that's actually all we have to do. Let's do that. Alright, so it did spit out the package in our bin. Let's go to that bin. Alright, maybe the terminal is new because it's kind of like spazzing out on me. Alright, I made it to the bin and the release directory, so we can do a .NET NuGet push. And we'll just select these with a glob star. So star.nubcha. And I think I'm going to need an auth token, but let's just try this. And we need the source parameter as well. That's just NuGet.org. But specifically had to grab this from some documentation. I still think I'm going to need a key, but we'll try this. So yeah, 401 unauthorized, going to need a key. I can grab that from NuGet. So go to my account, go to API keys, create a new key. This will be MVVM essentials for all packages. Create that. Copy that and paste that after the -key flag. Here we go. And there we go, package was pushed and symbols were pushed as well. So it'll take a while to publish, but after that, we'll try setting up an application. So I'm not going to go through and update all of these to reference the new MVVM Essentials project because I don't want to confuse anyone referencing this source code from the tutorials. So instead we'll just create a new project, a WPF app, and this will be MVVM Essentials app. I'm probably just going to delete this when I'm done, but I just want to show off the NuGet package. Alright, so let's give it a search, MVVM Essentials.wpf. There we go, let's install that. So I'll throw some view models in here. Let's just have something like product listing view model, and we'll inherit from view model base. There we go, import that, and then maybe we'll have a property with the amount of products. We'll just call that count, and here we go, one property changed, calling that on the base view model. Maybe we'll have some commands in this project as well, so commands folder, and I'll have a create product command, and this will be an async command. So extend async command base, implement that abstract class, and I can do my async execution inside here. So there we go, we got everything packaged up into a reusable package. Feel free to start using this in your own applications. I know I'll start using it in mine so that I'm no longer a horrible person who duplicates a bunch of stuff, or maybe you can make your own MVVM Essentials. Anyways, if you have any questions, criticisms, or concerns, be sure to leave them below in the comments section. But other than that, leave a like or subscribe for more. Thank you.